It's showtime.
All right, Carl, how's it going?
It's going great, guys. I have a question for you. Now that the Lions are good, does it kind of suck they play every Thanksgiving Day?
No, it's always great.
It's a tradition.
Because
it's the best part of the
feel
holiday.
Like it's a bummer when they lose, though. It's
I
like
know.
kind of ruins the rest of the holiday.
Yeah, but we're used to them losing on Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, but no, I know that they always lose, and it didn't matter because they weren't going to be in the playoffs. But like this year, they're trying to make a push. They have two teams ahead of them in the division. They lose, right? Doesn't this? I mean, for me, if it was the Bills, I'd be like, all right, well, this Thanksgiving is ruined.
It was a big bummer. I got
Yeah.
to say, they did a poll here. 77% said yes, it ruins Thanksgiving, but I wouldn't trade it. I look so forward to it.
It's so good. And that halftime show was so great.
Yeah, the halftime show was fantastic, and the Bills played a Thanksgiving night game.
That's
a couple
right.
years ago. That was really cool because then it's like, all right, they didn't lose, but if they did lose, it's like I was excited for the game all day, so it didn't matter.
What is the Bills' record now?
8-4.
Okay, they're going to be there.
Yeah, they're in good shape.
No, they've lost. I mean, they lost to the Falcons. That still pisses me off every time because I bet all these games, like these parlays, and I'm always taking the Falcons. They lose to every other team, and they beat the freaking Bills on Thursday night. It sucks.
That's crazy. I saw the stats for that game. What's the quarterback's name for the Bills?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen threw for like 119 yards in that game.
It didn't make any
What
sense.
the fuck was that?
Well, I was going against him in fantasy, so I was kind of happy with that. So it's all about me.
Congratulations.
Sorry.
Well, I mean, I still don't understand. When I see the Bills scored less than like 28 points, I go,
Bizarre.
what?
It's bizarre. Well, because what did he have? 3 rushing touchdowns and 3 passing touchdowns a couple weeks ago, and that's only the third time that's happened in the NFL history, and 2 of them are him.
Yeah,
Drew, who was the other
that was
one?
a crazy game. The problem is that their receivers can't get open, and that's why he has to run the ball in, and that's why his throwing percentages have been way down this year.
Was it Michael Vick?
No.
Lamar?
It's Otto Graham.
Oh, Otto Graham. Okay. Well, it's way
He
back.
played in the Cloyce Box era.
Cloyce Box, the great Lions receiver. My trivia answer just a couple short weeks ago. So, Carl, I've been watching the Dabbleverse. There's so much going on. I should ask about Shuley and why he's on Rumble and all that, but I know that's going to be a long story. So maybe I should focus on Stut Joe and Ms Judy. One of the great, all-time great things I've ever seen in the Dabbleverse, honestly. She gave him a quiz to see if he's qualified for the LSATs or how qualified he was to do well. And, oh, my God, this thing went off the rails. It was wild.
It was so great. So Judy had 36 questions. And really the questionnaire, it's about the LSAT, but more importantly, is to decide, like, should you even go to law school? Does it even make sense for you to try to become an attorney? So there's questions about, like, who's going to pay for your school and will you get a job when you get out of school if you pass the bar and all these different things. But there's also a bunch of questions sprinkled in there that John did not do so well on, like things like, did you get straight A's in school? And John talked about getting a gold sticker on his diploma from the principal and the Battle of the Bands that he won.
I know this old trope, $5,000 an appearance for Battle of the Bands in 1983. Come on, that's crazy. I was mentioning earlier, I looked at my Led Zeppelin ticket from 1977, $8.50, and he made $5,000 to perform in front of 400 students, which would be $12.50 a pop. I think that's the capacity. That was his class size, was 400.
Yeah.
So everyone in the class went at $12.50. It would be $5,000.
They all brought a friend too. Everyone had a plus one, I guess.
Okay.
No, honestly, I think that he believes this stuff now. I think he's so delusional. He repeats these stories so many times that he just thinks it must be true. Because he claims he made $10,000, and so did the other band playing two Battle of the Bands in high school.
And this gold star he got from Dr. Manley, who has a doctorate, as John pointed out. Hey, it's Dr. Manley. This would vault you into the top 10% of the class?
Right. So that was another question. Were you in the top 10% of your class? And all of a sudden, John's like, who can remember that? Meanwhile, this guy tells you every detail about the show they played. Yeah,
you got his transcript. He's not.
He was not even close. He was in the bottom third. And another question that was on there, which was kind of funny, was, do you have any substance problems like alcohol? And John's answer was, not really. And Judy goes, I've watched you get up and grab beer. He goes, I've only had 3 beers and it's 8 o'clock.
But Carl, he also said, I worked out at 6 o'clock this morning.
Right, he's at the gym, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that doesn't have a lot to do with your alcoholism. But My favorite was, can you handle criticism? Which he said, of course. It's like the fact that he can't handle criticism built the whole Dabbleverse.
I know. And the fact that he acts like, okay, I made that one mistake that one time. No, it's every episode of his show. He complains about what everyone's saying. But I'm glad you brought that up first, Drew, because my clip number 20. So John had Ms Judy back on the show after he took that quiz.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I covered the quiz. Shuli covered the quiz. A bunch of the clip channels showed all the clips from it. And, Dabbler's Anonymous is all over it. We're all talking about how Judy really clowned John to his face, and it was hysterical. So Judy goes on. This was on Sunday. She goes on his show, and she goes, I don't know why everyone's saying that I was clowning you or something. And my clip number 20, this is John saying that he actually thought it was great. He did really well.
Oh. I didn't come away thinking anything negatively about it. I thought it was a wonderful conversation. And Vince didn't know that I did very well on that test that you gave me.
Yeah, isn't that strange?
Very, very.
So the common denominator here is Vince the Warrior. So Vince the Warrior has his own YouTube channel, and him and Judy started working together because Judy's trying to build up a law tube, as they call it, channel. And so Vince kind of connected Judy with John, and John, of course, wants to become an attorney, and he thinks that he understands the law as well.
Oh, yeah.
And Judy seems like just the most innocent, pure person, and the way she reacts and responds to John is amazing because John's constantly hitting on her. It's so uncomfortable. Judy's an older woman. And it's always hard to tell with Asian women, but she's hinted that she's an older woman.
She's younger than John, and John wants her, by the way, which would you tell a woman you wanted to have sex with that you had a body count of over 300?
John thinks that that's a brag that gets girls excited about it. I know.
Oh, there's no way she would ever sleep with him, especially after you said that. I mean, not that that's all.
Well, also, she lives in North Carolina. He's in Cape Coral, Florida. None of it makes any sense, but he's constantly hitting on her, Drew.
Yeah.
I'm sure you saw this during. Well, this continues. My clip number 19, John begins immediately flirting with her.
Anyway, Miss Judy, I am hearing that you're incredibly attracted to me. Is that true?
Don't believe what Vince is telling you, okay? But I do find you somewhat attractive because you're so funny. And like I keep saying, you look good for a 60-year-old man. I'm not just joking. I've seen lots of people. And
hey, Miss Judy, look at
yeah.
Come
yeah,
on.
that looks real hard.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
no, I'm embarrassed.
Yeah, real firm.
Not the only hard and firm thing on my body.
Okay, I walked into that one. Okay, let's try not to be crude.
Yes,
because
you did, but you gave me a nice lob.
yeah. Okay.
She's playing him, isn't she?
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah. And for people who are listening, John was showing off his biceps, something that he just did like the day before when she was on his show.
It's firm and hard.
What a dork.
Is he going to mention that he'd save a fresh batch for her?
Oh, gross.
Spirit of
Not
love,
that
all
stage
love.
yet.
Yeah.
Did you hear her? She goes, let's not get crude. All right, come on.
Soon he'll be beating off to her and telling her.
Oh my gosh. One of my favorite parts of the quiz, Drew, was when John was showing off. He's constantly bragging to her about all his accomplishments. And he goes, I know how to read sheet music. Do you know how to do that, Miss Judy? And Judy
Yes.
goes, I'm an Asian woman. Of course I do. I play piano. Oh, it was very funny.
He brought up the all-district band and trumpet. Oh, my God. Oh, but
Yeah,
Carl,
and
the best is he remembers writing Bye-Bye Bicentennial Bird in 8th grade, which he thinks 8th grade is high school.
She goes, did you ever write any award-winning papers in high school? And he goes, oh, I did this one in 8th grade. She goes, well, that's not high school. He goes, some places it is high school.
What?
No, it's not.
Where?
That's John's response.
That's
He doesn't
ridiculous. But
He doesn't know.
I want to get a copy of Bye-Bye Bicentennial Bird. How does he remember the name of the fucking paper?
I think he's full of shit, Drew. I think he's making it up.
That's a weird title to make up, but yeah, he could make up anything, and he does.
I mean, it is based on Bye Bye Birdie, so it's not an original concept.
Oh, yeah, that's true. How about, are you lazy, unreliable, or irresponsible? No. Howard Stern called him lazy, a dozen times, a million times, in front of millions of people.
Well, also, John says he's not lazy, and then when asked, if he's going to have to leave his job that he currently does in order to go to law school, he goes, I only work 2 hours a day. It's like, well, yeah, that's kind of shows you're lazy. All right, so John's hitting on Judy, but Judy says, listen, I'm kind of spoken for. we probably aren't that compatible. But she brought up in the past that she has a sister who's divorced.
No.
And so my clip 21, John is immediately ready to fuck the sister.
Look at this. Look at
course.
this still before he's so deep in thought there. Duh. Let's see play.
You have a sister. Is she older or younger?
Well, I have two sisters. So
But who's the ophthalmologist?
the optometrist, yeah, that's the older one. She's divorced. So,
Well,
yeah,
you're not attractive, then I'm attracted to me. How about?
well, I mean,
Oh God.
she's a very nice person. She's a little, like once
You're
you
not.
get older, it's harder to find the right person.
Yeah.
Oh,
He thinks he's hot.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's so
Also,
weird.
How hard up do you have to be like, oh, you have a sister? Can I fuck her? Like, sight unseen. You don't know anything about her. Doesn't know how to pronounce optometrist.
Doesn't care if she's
Rough with that
older.
start.
You think
Right.
being older would have knocked his dick down a little bit?
Right. I'm surprised you didn't say, well, what's the younger sister up to?
Exactly.
Where's she at?
Oh my God.
All right. John loves Judy. He's in love with Judy. And so for the first time, he's actually being proactive. He thought up a potential show format for him and Ms Judy, and he pitches the show. This is my clip number 22.
All right. Well, I was pitching to Vince that we should do a show, right? But it's like 2 or 3 lawyers, like with me, and you guys discussing like a legal issue.
Why do they need
and
you?
let me, just give my opinion on it. It might be a fun show.
Yeah, or we could discuss your legal problems.
Yeah, Judy! She's the best.
And John reads 500 shitty super chats for the 3 lawyers who are sitting there.
Yeah, I love that idea. He thinks he's just going to sit there and crack wise, or maybe he'll know better than they do about case law. He can cite some references they forgot about.
Carl, I'm a little suspicious about him talking about going to an online law school. John loves status. I mean, the fact that his father has 4 degrees, he says, that shows I'm a genius. He thinks his father's degrees are his degrees. His son going to Harvard shows how smart he is. Going to an online school does not crack up to, that's not John, and I have a theory about this. I think it's because he thinks they won't check his credentials and that he didn't graduate.
Oh, interesting. I don't think he has a 4-year degree either, Drew. I'm under that impression. So
Isn't
I
there
like that
something
theory.
from an old intern that he talked to, or like he just blew off class when he got the internship? Wasn't that out there?
Yeah, I talked to a buddy of John's who has since realized that John sucks as a friend and doesn't like him anymore. And John told this guy that once he started interning at the Howard Stern show, school didn't really matter anymore because now he's a celebrity and he's in an industry and he's doing his thing. So he just kind of blew off the last semester. Now, John will say that was an integrity verification exercise. John claims that he lies to all of his friends to find out which ones he can trust. The problem with that strategy is that he says things that are completely embarrassing.
Yeah.
You don't want anyone to think or know about you. And also he forgets who he says what to.
Yeah.
It's not like
Right.
he writes this stuff down.
One of the most telling things about the LSAT test, I thought, was that John already has the name of his law firm picked out and the slogan.
Yes. And unfortunately, he won't tell us what the slogan's going to be because he doesn't want people stealing it from him. So I'd love to have a contest where you try to guess what John's tagline is going to be for Melinda's Law.
That's a good idea. I mean, we should come up with a prize for that. That could be fun.
Yeah, I
Good,
think people, some creative people out there come up with some good ideas for
Oh,
that.
yeah, for sure. But how stupid. I mean, who does that?
Well, right, because on the questionnaire, it's like, do you have a job lined up? Do you know an attorney who would hire you to work for the firm? And John goes, yeah, of course I do. And then she goes, well, what if business is slow or he's not hiring at the time? John goes, I told you I'm going to start my own practice. He's already I got it all figured out.
Now, that people don't get right out of law school and start their own practice. That's very unusual. I mean, unless you're of great means like he isn't.
No, but Drew, you don't understand. John's special.
That's right.
He's more specialer than the rest of us.
You know, his tagline is going to be something juvenile and sexual, like saving your batch or over 300 served. You know, there's going to be
it'll be something corny like I finally passed a bar or something like that.
The first bar I didn't drink.
Right.
Something stupid.
All right, so you just heard Judy say, "Hey, here's an idea for a show format. We can discuss your legal problems." And John is taken aback by that. So clip 23 is his reaction.
I don't have any legal problems.
But I mean, I'm kind of interested since I'm a divorce attorney mostly these days. So, do you feel like talking about your divorce experience and how you felt about the attorneys involved?
Did you see how much he's drinking during this line of questioning? Mm-hmm. Hey, you want to talk about your divorce? Not really. Go.
Well, a lot is known about his divorce. I mean, she should talk to someone else.
Yeah, actually, they get into it a little bit, and John does explain that he stopped paying child support for those 8 months or however long it was, but it wasn't his fault.
What was the excuse for that?
So Jay Leno came back to television. They had that Tonight Show thing with Conan, and then Jay Leno moved, and they came back, and everyone got their salary cut. According to John, everyone lost money.
Yeah, right. It was just him.
I think so.
But that wouldn't explain paying no child support.
That's the funny thing is that he goes, yeah, but we didn't agree on a number, so I just didn't pay anything. It's like, well, pay the number you wanted, at least something.
Yeah. How did she manage? Did she work?
Yeah, she claims in the legal proceedings of this that she had 4 jobs at the time.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Because John wasn't paying child support.
Oh, what a dick!
Wow.
He's not a great guy.
But he got a gold star from Dr. Manning.
Dr. Manning would approve of everything he does. There's this other guy named Nasty Neal, and Nasty Neal does a show about horror movies, and he's like a movie producer of some sort or something like that. And so he's also booked, but John got Judy. So he's like, all right, Neal, you wait in the back. So then they're talking about these show ideas, and John gets really excited, and he goes, all right, I think I got to tell Neal to beat it so that Judy, you and I can just do this show together. So he brings Neal back on the show to let him know, like, yeah, we'll have to reschedule this. And John's just really good at running his show.
I do want to talk to you about my movie, Real Stoned.
Yeah, it's totally fine, John. It's totally fine.
All right, buddy.
All right. See ya.
All right. So now I can focus on you. Sorry.
Yeah, that's why you.
I accidentally kicked her off. Fuck.
Oops.
Hold on.
What a drunk.
Yeah. By the way, thanks to Doom for pulling this clip. Doom's Paya on YouTube is the reason why we're watching this, because John takes all his stuff down.
Carl, he's really invested in fucking her.
Oh yeah. When he gets a new girl that pays attention to him, he gets very excited. Like he doesn't have. He's Keanu, Gino's wife, and he's constantly flirting with her.
Ugh.
But I think he thinks he has a chance with Judy.
You know what's weird? Keanu is objectively attractive. Since John started hitting on her so much, she seems less attractive to me.
He's taking her stock down.
Just the fact that he's hitting on her. I don't know if it's psychological. I don't know what's going on, but I don't know. I just thought she was quite beautiful at first, and it seems like the more I see her with John, the less I think of her physically.
Yeah, it's like when your spending limit increases on your credit card and then your credit score actually goes down because of that. Because they're like, potentially they could get into debt, or potentially she could fuck John. So she's not as hot.
Oh no. She'll never do that. I don't think.
Who could resist that face right there?
Oh, man.
He thinks he's hot. He does.
I have one more clip on here, and this is Judy explaining to John that alcohol is bad for him because John's asking her about what she likes to drink. She's like, I don't drink. I'm a lightweight. And I love John always has a childish explanation for why his alcoholism is fine and he's doing it the right way.
Yeah, but who cares that it's light? It's still alcohol that's poisoning your liver.
Ms Judy, I dilute it with a lot of water and green tea.
You dilute it with water?
Yeah, if I go to a bar and I have a light beer, I'll ask them for a big glass of water, and I'll take a sip of beer and then I'll take a sip of water. So it's getting diluted in my system. So the alcohol content is not like drinking a shot of vodka.
Yeah, but it's still you don't need it. Just drink
Well, I'll
water.
tell you what, Miss Judy. How about you and I start dating, and I won't need it at all.
Oh, Jesus.
God, how embarrassing.
I think he practices those faces in the mirror.
Do you think he thinks that that's how alcohol works?
Yes,
Like if
yes. It's like he's 18.
when I smoke meth, I make sure to smoke cigarettes in between. So it's not just pure meth the whole time. It's tobacco too.
No, the amount of beer that's going in is going in.
That's the face of a smart man right there.
If he diluted it in a glass and drank a lot less beer because he diluted it, I guess you could say he still drinks as many beers as he pours in his body. I mean,
Right. That's why she's like, you dilute it? What do you mean?
Yeah.
You mean Michelob dilutes it? Because that's true. I'll give you that.
well, he has some kind of weird math too for how much alcohol is still in his body. How does that work by John's math?
Well, beer math, Drew. This is very important to know.
Okay.
That every hour that goes by, it's like that last beer you drank never even existed. So he could drink 8 beers in 7 hours. He's only had 2 beers. That's how that works.
That's pretty great.
I think I've mastered beer math at this point. His friends never get the answers right, but I think I have it down.
Is that the last John clip?
It is, yeah.
Okay. I wanted to ask about why is Shuley still not on YouTube? Because I went to watch Shuley's. I was going to watch Point Dabble Point, which you weren't on, and I was watching Shuley, and it was on Rumble, and I'm like, he's still off YouTube. How long has he been off, and why?
He's been off for over a week, maybe 2 weeks now, and it's because he's disputing these copyright strikes that he's getting from John Melendez, and I know Ava Riza struck the channel as well, which is one of John's new buddies who's helping John out. So, yeah, the way that YouTube works is baffling to me because I get strikes here and there. It's been a while, but you also get like copyright claims. Like I put up a Bill Burr video recently, and I got a copyright claim on it. And actually, YouTube did a thing that I've never seen before where I disputed it, and it took the monetization and put it in escrow and actually paid it out once I won the dispute. Because I think in the past, it's just kind of like, no, there's no monetization to be had because there's a copyright claim on it.
You got a Bill Burr claim?
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Wait, did we get a Bill Burr claim?
No. Was it from Bill Burr or was it somebody else? Or?
It was his interview with Miss Pat. So it was a video show, which he doesn't normally do. I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
Oh, okay. Huh. That's weird. And also, wasn't it weird that he had Miss Pat on? Since when does he interview people?
Yeah, and we covered that on WATP with Adam Bush. I thought Adam brought up some really good points about the fact that Bill is terrible at helping this person promote what they're working on, what they're doing.
No,
Miss Pat comes on because she's just launched season 5 of her television show. And Bill Burr, who has been on television shows, Breaking Bad and Star Wars, goes, I hate television. It sucks. I don't watch any of it. Like, oh, could you just pretend and try to help Miss Pat promote her project?
When's the last time he had a guest on, though?
I don't know enough about Bill's podcast. I've never seen him with a guest before.
I just went back, I don't know, maybe 6 months, and it was all the regular show, and then here comes Miss Pat. And by the way, his show is down to like 20,000 views or 22,000 or something like that. Miss Pat comes on, he has 54,000 views. So
right? Yeah.
I thought,
and he was like talking down to Miss Pat, which I thought was very interesting. Where Miss Pat's kind of explaining she's gotten into real estate. She does a number of things outside of entertainment. And Bill's just like, I don't need to do any of that stuff. And she's kind of like, well, I mean, you could.
Yeah, well, if she had more movie roles like Bill, maybe she wouldn't have to do that. She played arenas like Bill.
Right. I think Bill was big timing her. And he doesn't even realize he's doing it.
I know. He's a lot less than I thought he was. I'll just put it that way. His podcast is terrible.
Oh, I'll plug this real quick. So tomorrow on WATP, we do the show live on our YouTube channel at 5:30 Eastern time. Of course, it comes out as an audio podcast the next day. But Simon from the Worst Ever Podcast created a game called Opie or Burr.
What?
Where we're going to hear an audio clip. I have to figure out if it's Opie or Bill Burr because those guys sound identical.
This is outside the Dabbleverse is doing this?
Oh, no, a guy who's a fan of the show put it together for me.
It's still interesting.
Yeah. No, I think it'll be great. I mean, Opie and you said Bill Burr on Opie and Anthony all the time, so it's not like there's not a connection there. There is.
No, it's just amazing that Bill Burr would ever be compared to Opie is just bizarre to me, but I understand it.
I know they have the same pattern and the way they sing songy things, but does their voice sound the same too? Do you think?
Yeah, and
really?
they have the same laugh too, that over the top, I'm all by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God, it's cringy.
Wow.
So we'll see how hard. I haven't listened to it obviously because I like to be surprised.
Yeah.
We'll see how hard the game is to master.
Carl, I'm waiting for you to get into a kosh. I feel like that's the next WATP thing.
I know. I was so disappointed. We were messaging this morning, Drew. I didn't realize the flagrant's off for so long.
Yeah.
What are they? Why are they off for weeks? Don't they usually do a weekly podcast?
I think they're waiting for a kosh to come back.
Okay.
They could do it without him.
They have, but last time, all three of them seemed very uninterested in what was going on. One of them even said, I don't really have anything else to say until Akash comes back.
Oh.
And Andrew...
I'm fascinated by that whole story. I can't wait to see how Andrew handles it. I want to see what his buddy Andrew Schultz does. If it's just going to be, helping out his buddy and protecting him, or if there's going to be some real questions being asked.
I think he'll do both, but he's said in the past that he knows she hates him. Which doesn't surprise me because he has power over Akash.
Yeah.
And I don't think she would hate anyone, actually.
Also, but Andrew Schultz is the reason why Akash has all that money now that she spends.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it's hers.
Well, she's
right.
Yeah, that's right. No, his money is their money,
yeah,
and
doesn't
her money
matter
is
where
her
it came,
money.
yeah.
So yeah, she's the worst. Every time I click a video on Akash, it's like 500 come up below in the feed. It's unbelievable how many people are talking about Akash.
Yeah, I just saw. I haven't watched it yet, but Too Lazy to Try put out their version of it. It's like 450,000 views on there. This is getting a lot of heat.
Well, our new one, we had Dave Landau talking about Akash. That has like 39,000 views, I think, and we put one up yesterday. It's got like 25,000 views. So he's been good for us too.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, yeah, when Flagrant comes back, we'll definitely be covering that. But you know who else has been off for weeks is our buddy Howard Stern.
Yes.
Oh.
All right.
Howard Stern, I mean, now he's taking November off, which is he's already at the summertime and over the holidays. He takes all that time off. But
He's never taken November off, has he?
I mean, they took off the week before and the week of Thanksgiving. I've never seen that before.
That's
My buddy MLP is he still listens to the Stern show, and he came on my show not too long ago. We talked about Howard Stern a little bit, but he sent me a message because he's paying attention, and Howard came back yesterday morning. So he's back on December 1st. He's been off for 2 weeks. And MLP says the whole show sucked. 2 weeks off. They had nothing prepared. The colors were the whole show. You had Bobo, Mike from Maine, Marianne, Jill from Pennsylvania. More shitty guitar talk. That's all Howard talks about is what he's learning on a guitar. And meanwhile, his contract's up in like 2 weeks. No, they don't bring it up at all. There doesn't seem to be a sense of urgency. No one seems to give a shit about the show. Everyone's just mailing it in.
Isn't that what most people are listening for, to hear him talk about that?
Yes. I mean, wouldn't you be putting your best foot forward if you're like negotiating with Sirius about a new contract?
I don't see a lot of people on the outside talking about it either, which is odd. You would think people would be talking about it, but it's like nobody cares.
Yeah, he made the big news over, in August and really did nothing with that. He had some momentum going and did nothing with it.
Wow. So what was he doing on the show?
Okay, so yesterday's show, he's doing a thing called The Noin. And this is the list of topics or people that were discussed the most on the Howard Stern show in 2025. So it's kind of like a year in review segment that they're going to stretch out over the next however many episodes there are in December. And so,
sorry. I thought that was my cue.
Oh yeah, like clip number one, Howard reveals something that he's been very excited about all year long.
One of the Noin is a list of things that influenced a lot of the show for the year.
Yes,
and
had big impact.
This year I've spent a lot of time on Thai Ladyboys, from Thailand.
What?
Huh?
I'm lost.
Thai Ladyboys.
That's his number one on the Noin.
Howard's really excited about talking about these Thai Ladyboys. And so we got to get Robin in there to cackle a little bit. My clip number 2 is the only thing she does now.
Oh, boy.
We're waiting for an announcement.
Ladyboy.
I know. Everyone's waiting for me to say I'm leaving my wife.
Oh, my God.
Wait, he's attracted to Thai Ladyboys?
He's obsessed with them. He goes on Instagram. This is like the thing he does at the end of the night when everything's done and him and Beth are about ready to go to bed. He goes on Instagram and starts checking out these Thai Ladyboys.
These are like females from the waist up that have dicks, right?
Not even from the waist up sometimes. We'll have some examples coming up.
Wow.
I know.
That's
Why?
fucking weird. And also,
So weird.
sometimes when people discuss like Ladyboys, I was thinking like underage or barely legal. Is that part of this?
Oh, God, I hope not. It seems odd to me that, this whole thing with trans people, you'd think Ladyboys would be something that Howard wouldn't even say.
Right.
It's not very PC, I don't think,
Unless,
to call them
unless,
Ladyboys.
unless he's saying they belong in women's sports.
Right, that'd be fine. Well, clip number 3, we're going to find out how much time he's been devoting to Ladyboys on the Howard Stern Show.
The reason we came up with this as number 9 on the 9.
9.
Our team checked the transcripts, and I've mentioned Ladyboys in about 30% of our shows this year. That's a tremendous amount of Ladyboy information.
No, that might sound like a lot, but remember, he's only done 10 shows this year. So it's just 3 shows.
Yeah. No, actually,
No, but
that's like 30 shows.
honestly, that's once a week he's bringing up Ladyboys. They only do 3 shows a week, so 30%.
So weird.
See, I thought
very
maybe perhaps it came up because there was the big story with Luigi Mangione and the Ladyboys, and so maybe that came up. But
like it's in the news?
yeah, but if it's
maybe.
30%, he must be talking about it a lot more.
That was like 2 weeks ago,
but
though. That was just recently.
Carl, you just said that he goes on Instagram at the end of the night. So he's not researching any news. He's doing it for his own pleasure.
Yeah, he's got certain Ladyboys he's a fan of.
What?
As we're going to find out. But first, you guys,
weird.
we've talked about this a lot, where they set up these guests who are just people doing an impression of someone. And there's like a knock on the door, and then they open the door up, and now this person's on the show. So there was this guy named Ed Torian, and Ed Torian was their lie detector quiz guy.
Oh,
He was great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stern fans love Ed Torian. Well, I think he's passed away. So they have a guy who comes in and does an Ed Torian impression, and this is Howard setting that up.
And I'm still claiming I'm straight. Okay?
That's baffling.
In fact, if Ed Torian wants to come in with his lie detector and test my sexuality,
I noticed that you haven't done that.
Ed, do you want to test me on your lie detector?
Oh, God. Lame.
Okay.
It's so hack sounding.
Yep.
Why? What the fuck?
It's crazy. It's going to get worse. But the thing that I really focused on when I was listening to this whole segment, and it's a long segment, is how bad the writing is. We all know that there's a whole staff of people who write for this show, which is crazy already for a radio show. But then there's also those reports that came out, like in the New York Post, where people on the staff are concerned about finding jobs after Howard Stern's show ends. And I believe it, because if I saw on a resume, writer for the Howard Stern Show, 2018 to 2025, that person's not going to get an interview, because the writing on here is so bad. My clip number 5, this is just like how this whole segment goes.
Hey, come on now. Yeah, we could break out a machine. We'll test you. Oh, yeah. Do you ever salivate when you see a bulge in a bikini bottom?
No.
He was deceptive on that question. Do you like a woman who stands when she pees?
No.
He was also deceptive on that question.
Oh, boy.
I'm really lost in this, Carl. Is he trying to say that he's bisexual or something?
That's the joke, right? So
Okay,
the
it's the
lie
joke.
detector's coming in and being like, "What are you into, guys or something?" And I was like, "No, of course not." And they're like, "Oh, he's lying." And how many different ways can you do that? Let's see. There's clip 6. Here's another joke. It's the same joke.
Wish that Beth had an Adam's apple.
No.
He was deceptive on that question.
But why is he looking at Ladyboys when he's done with all his work at night? What's that? Isn't that Tim saying
I
there's
don't
some? This is really strange.
Is he trying to be a shock jock again? I don't know. I'm not
okay.
sure what the deal is. But we have one more joke, guys. Remember, there's a whole
great.
staff full of writers on this.
Yeah.
The sight of vagina make you gag and or vomit.
Oh, come on. No. I mean, what? What are you talking about?
Oh, there's smoke coming out of the machine.
Robin's got to sell it.
This
This
sounds
actually
like
reminds
Tom
me-
Myers.
Oh, that's bad.
Oh, I was going to say, you know what it reminds me of? On WATP this past weekend, we reviewed MJ in the Morning, or the MJ Morning Show.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Out of Tampa.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And they had a bit where MJ was going through the funny Wi-Fi names.
Oh, jeez.
And it just went on and on with these stupid Wi-Fi puns. Okay.
Carl, I was
This is like
listening to
when-
that, and I wanted to text you, but I knew you were busy. I just wanted to tell you that MJ used to be on the MJ and BJ show, and we used to have a little clip of them interviewing William Shatner when they asked him if he had a toupee at the end, and Shatner was obviously pissed, like, "Why are you asking me that?" And I forgot how it came to this, but Shatner's comeback was, "So what does MJ stand for? The most jerk?"
You want me to play it?
Oh, you got it?
Yeah. We still have it.
Worst comeback I've ever heard.
Here, let me start. Here we go.
I hope this is not a sensitive question, but you're a tough guy, right?
I'm pretty tough, and can we edit this if we have to?
The hairpiece. It is the best I have ever seen.
Well, I don't wear a hairpiece.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Oh, I thought you did.
Well, that's the stupidest question I've ever heard.
Oh, I thought...
Let me put it this way.
Yeah.
Am I talking to MJ?
Yes.
Well, MJ stands for the most jerk. What does it stand for?
No, William, no, let me tell you.
No, really. No. I don't know how to put this, MJ. But that is a stupid question by a rather stupid person.
No, William, no.
Tell me again, MJ, tell me again what I really want to say is,
right.
It's been a pleasure talking to you.
You're angry at me now.
No, not at all, MJ. You're just a dope. But I guess people will understand that in time.
Bye-bye, William.
Goodbye.
That's so great.
The most jerk.
I think he wears a toupee based on that answer.
I think so, too.
That's a stupid question by a rather stupid person.
You're just a dope. I forgot
That's
about
how
those.
things like Dabble verses get created with answers like that. That's dumb.
The most jerk.
It's so great.
Wow.
All right. So you guys are asking questions about, like, what does Howard talk about when he's talking about Ladyboys? Well, fortunately, in my next clip here, there's a whole bunch of production, and this kind of highlights the talking points that Howard's had about them throughout 2025.
So the Howard Noin celebrates Ladyboys.
We celebrate a year of Ladyboys.
Beth and I sit on the couch tonight. That's when I look at Instagram, because there seems to be an endless supply of clips of Ladyboys. But when we're sitting on the couch, after I brush my cats, Ladyboys are my treat at the end of the day. And Beth sits next to me on the couch and goes, "Why are you looking at Ladyboys?" I go, "Honey, I've never searched for a Ladyboy. This is what is on my feed. I love Ladyboys."
Thank you, Ladyboys.
All right, coming in at number 9 on the Howard Top 9.
You know, I'm wondering, this Ladyboys thing just throws me completely. Why are Fred and Robin still doing this?
That's a great question.
I mean, they have enough money, right? Of course they do.
I wonder why guys like Richard and Sale are still on that show, because people aren't going to be as excited about them when the show ends as they would have been 5 or 8 years ago.
No, it doesn't make any sense to me. Are they just phoning it in for the paycheck? They must be.
They must be, yeah. I mean, there's not really a prestige anymore of working for the Howard Stern show. No one's listening to this guy.
But Robin has health issues to this day, doesn't she?
Oh, I know she's a cancer survivor. I don't know. Yeah, she probably does. She's an older woman.
I just don't know what she's getting out of it. I mean, she's in her 70s. I would think she has stuff she likes to do. Fred likes to do things. Fred, I mean, he's the drop guy, but he's not even doing that much.
I'm glad you brought that up. I can't remember if we talked about this on your show or not, but I was on with Monique from Radio Gunk, and we did talk about this. The fact that they're probably recording in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
right.
So when you say, like, don't you think Robin and Fred could have other things to do? Yeah, but if you could make millions of dollars just by doing 3 hours in the afternoon, 62 times a year, that's probably a pretty good gig.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, what is it, 100 days this year? I mean, if they skip November, it's probably down from, it was 112 and now it's probably down to 100. But it's an embarrassing show to be on now. It doesn't have the cachet. But I guess it's
Drew. It's going to get worse.
Ooh.
It's about to get a lot worse.
How?
Brandon, you might be familiar with Flirty Gary.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Flirty Gary is this character Gary Delabate, the producer, plays. And he's real flirty, and he makes phone calls to people and flirts with them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And so they decide they're going to have Flirty Gary call up some of these Thai ladyboys that Howard likes to look at on Instagram.
Okay.
Clip 9.
We found 2 ladyboys from Thailand named Taylor and Rita. Taylor and Rita, who were willing to speak with Flirty Gary. I won't even tell you how many ladyboys refused to speak to Flirty Gary. Taylor and Rita live in Thailand and have an Instagram account with almost 100,000 followers. Their username is Asian Lady Doll. I'll give them a plug because they're good sports. And get Flirty Gary. I'll tell you, this guy wins them right over. They hit it off right away.
Oh, God.
So there's nothing real on the Howard Stern show. Yeah. And, of course, this is no exception. This is one of the most poorly written bits I've ever heard, and I've listened to a lot of Jocktober. This is really surprisingly bad. And forget that it's the Howard Stern show. Let's just pretend we're listening to any morning radio show in the country. And my clip number 10. So this script is lame, and of course they're pretending it's a real phone call.
Hello?
Sawadee ka, mama. This is Gary.
Hi, Gary. It's me, Taylor.
Well, Taylor, my really good friends call me Flirty G.
Flirty G?
Mm-hmm. I hear you're a ladyboy.
Okay, yes, I am. Ladyboy, you want to hang out?
See, I'm taking a trip to Thailand, and meeting ladyboys is my plan.
Yeah? Big dick?
Mm-hmm. We could both whip it out and see who's got the bigger spout.
Ooh.
I should tell you, I identify as straight.
I love straight guy. Straight guy always turn me on a lot.
But I also identify as LGBT, as in likes girls with big throbbers.
Yeah, chick with dick. Yeah, of course.
Shit, girl, you bulging.
I can't picture Gary doing this. This is really weird.
It's so bad. Who brings the script to the meeting and goes, hey, this is what I came up with, guys?
I'm surprised it's not like Flirty Sal, Flirty Richard, or, I mean, do those guys, are they even available to do anything?
I mean, Richard is really good at prank phone calls. So is Sal. So maybe they both passed on this one. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
it's so bad. So my clip 11, we're going to hear a joke that's already been used in this bit.
Seems like you're very good, like flirting with lady boy.
What can I say? I love a girl that sits when she shits and stands when she pees.
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy. Does he
Is
sound
it
like
still outrageous to say a girl stands to pee? Like
does he sound like Al Pacino from the Hoo-Ah movie?
Yeah, there's a little bit of that going on.
Wait, what's that movie?
Son of a Woman.
Son of a Woman. Yeah.
All right. The jokes here, my clip number 12. This is the most childish humor that any like elementary school would come up with this.
Let's pretend we're camping and all pitch a tent.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, wouldn't you guys just be like, hey, Chris Wilding, get in here. You're fired. Yeah, all right? You are phoning it in. We're not doing this bit, you idiots.
I just can't believe Howard doesn't recognize this.
Well, he's actually going to try to sell it in a second. But first, I got to play you one more terrible joke, 13, and then we'll get into it.
Rita, tell me, what's the capital of Thailand?
Bangkok, of course.
Don't mind if I do.
Oh, Jesus.
It's terrible.
Bad.
Man.
It's terrible. All right, so clip 14. So Howard finally breaks in and tries to be like, guys, this is really funny, right?
Oh, boy.
The winner is who's the bigger is the winner.
And we always win. I don't know why.
Shit.
Now, I just got to interrupt for a minute here. I mean, it's amazing. You know, I said to Gary, this character of his is such an asshole. And every woman falls for his character. They love him.
They're still on the line. I'm shocked.
Oh, God.
To pretend this is real.
Yeah.
Guys, can you believe this is actually happening? No, because it's not. It's all fake.
It just makes me feel like Howard just can't quit. He has to know this is embarrassing. This is everything he ragged on his entire great career, and now he's doing it all. And look at how much he gave it to Imus and all those people that became kind of hack, and he is now being an incredible hack. And getting paid a lot of money for it, and it's like he just can't quit.
So this is the most tame shit I've ever heard. And so Howard, in my next clip, is going to explain how outrageous these jokes have been.
But I mean, he says the most outrageous things and nobody gets offended.
No, they're up for anything.
Let me get back to the action. By the way, you got to see a picture of these gals. Look like ladies. Look at them.
They look lovely.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's just
so
selling it hard.
Mark, did you get the link that I sent you to Instagram?
No.
I put it in the email. I'm sorry.
Give me a second. I'll grab it.
Yeah. So we're going to check out Taylor and Rita here that Howard just said are very pretty ladies.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah. That's fine.
Again, I feel like Fred and Robin, and if Howard doesn't realize how bad this is, maybe they would, and they would just go, I'm out. Bye.
Yeah. Well, remember that we played that Chat GPT script and they acted out 2 days in a row. They acted out a script that Chat GPT wrote for them, and it wasn't funny or interesting, and they weren't good at it.
They seriously
phoning it in.
I couldn't even understand why they played that. Honestly, it was so bad. I would figure they go, let's just throw this aside, forget it.
Right. Let's take a call.
I can't believe this is the Instagram page of these women that he thinks are attractive.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Look at this.
I would click off this so fast. There's no tits, first of all.
That's what I mean when you said waist up. I'm like, not even. What's going on here?
No, they're dudes in bikinis.
Yeah, with big bulges.
It's just like long-haired dudes. Oh boy, I'm so confused by this. I don't know. Is this just like the emperor has no clothes, that nobody is willing to acknowledge how bad this is, so they're just going to keep doing it and taking the money? And
it's so sad. It reminds me of like Miguel Cabrera at the end of his career and how sad that was.
Yeah, it is. It is
just slow and
7 years of just clogging the lineup and hitting 250 with no power.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I would.
Right. So, of course, it does have to get a little bit outrageous because Howard Stern is a shock jock and the king of the shock jocks. So, clip 16, this is what you expect from him.
Hang on, I got too many things. Okay, here we go.
Like a sandwich.
Oh, fuck.
Floaty Gary sandwich. It would be yummy.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I'm going to bust.
Oh, my God.
Ski. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. You make me hot.
And you Ladyboys just made me squirt boy juice all over my dining room table.
Yeah? Ooh.
Well, they brought back one of the old favorite sound effects. Fred got to do something.
Yep. Little ejaculation. Sound effects. That's what it sounds like, right?
I mean, I guess
like every term they use is so fucking juvenile.
Mm-hmm.
And I love juvenile humor, but that's...
Well, I think if it didn't involve Ladyboys... No, it would still be terrible.
It's still hacky,
horrible.
yeah.
Heck, yeah.
It's so bad. So all right. So you have that prank phone call that goes on and on and prank. It's obviously not a prank phone call.
Sure.
It's just all pre-written, whatever. And then I'm thinking, okay, we can move on from this. No. Now there are songs that Flirty Gary is going to sing to these two women.
He's becoming exhausting.
Oh, yes, it's Ladyboy night. Let's use our cocks and sword fight. Go slow in my shit pipe, because my hole is tight.
And it goes on. There's multiple songs that he sings, and the Ladyboys are like, whoa, that's great.
That was actually better than the previous part.
So bad.
A lot of shoehorning.
Did Sal and Richard write that, maybe?
Probably. All right, so my last clip on here is 18. We need some more Foley work. We need some more acting out. Flirty Gary's wife comes home.
Oh, great.
You should leave your wife for me.
Oh, shit. I think I hear her car out front. Feet don't fail me now.
Bye-bye, Gary.
Flirty G out.
Mwah.
Wow. Flirty G really made a connection with those ladies.
After it's all said and done, I swear to God, Howard goes, by the way, we edited that down. That was well over half an hour.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Thanks for sparing us.
No,
the entire length of it.
Oh my God.
The fact that they edited it down makes it worse to me. That's mean it was going on for a long time. It was really shitty, and those were the very best parts.
Yeah.
They were really trying, and those were the only things that worked. So it was
Yeah, I mean,
even shittier.
if it better just act like, oh, that was live just now. We didn't know if that was going to work or not. It didn't. Whatever. We tried. Nope. That was well thought out, written, recorded, produced, played, and Howard really tried to sell it on top of it all.
Are they doing any of the Sal and Richard calls? Because they used to do some great calls to some of those funny web radio shows and stuff like that. Those were really funny.
Tradio was always great.
Tradio, yes.
Where they'd call in with the most outrageous thing he's trying to sell. The guy'd be like, oh, come on, we're not doing that. And then another caller would call and be like, hey, so does anyone have, a bucket of jizz or whatever the first person was trying to sell it?
And they called Jonah, the guy with a 13.5-inch dick, and they kept hammering him when he was trying to do his web show. I mean, that stuff was great. I laughed a lot at that. What does Sal and Richard do now?
It's a great question. I mean,
I
know that for Cocktober, they come in the studio and pull their pants down a lot.
That's
so
like that's my least favorite thing they do. I mean, I know. The calls were they were very well done. They spent a lot of time on it. They put thought into it. You could hear it.
Yes.
And,
yeah.
I just, every time I hear about Howard or listen to Howard, which isn't that often, I never hear them anymore.
I agree with you. And that's why it just seems like my buddy MOP was saying, it just seems like they're phoning it in and they don't even care about getting renewed or having the show continue on with Sirius. I can't imagine they're going to re-sign this show. It's terrible.
Well, if they did, I would think they would cut a lot because there's 85 and 95 employees doing what?
I mean, you have the tapes team. So I'm sure there's a bunch of people who are cutting up old episodes and posting them on Howard 101, but
and editing out Stuttering John and editing out
anything
Artie,
funny.
Yeah.
Because
as far as like working on this show, I mean, the production and stuff of this, it's not impressive. It's all very hack.
Howard, if there's anything going on there, it's that he does get really big celebrity interviews. He's had a few recently, I've noticed. And if he's just living to do that, why do they need all these behind the scenes people? I would just think they would cut them. And those people, the ones that are creative, like Richard and Sal, I would think they would be dying to find a better job or something to get them, to the end of their careers or to keep their careers going. But I don't know, is everyone there lazy as fuck? What is going on? It's just really, I don't know how to explain it.
We've speculated on this when the last contract came up and now this contract coming up. It would make way more sense for Howard to do what Letterman did, where you do an interview style show on Netflix or something, some streaming service, and you put all your effort into that. Like, I think Howard did his best when he's a big fan of a musical artist.
Yeah.
And really sits down and lets them perform the songs. I thought Howard with Billy Joel was one of my favorite interviews with Billy Joel because Billy really explained why he wrote the song and who the artist he was thinking of, who might sing it. And, trying to create that voice and why he played the chord progression the way he did.
It's almost
those are interesting.
It's almost like he should just do a podcast where he interviews somebody for an hour and that's it.
He could easily do that.
Could those guys because Howard won't let them do anything. I mean, those guys, they're not allowed to do podcasts on the side, are they?
Oh, they're not allowed to do anything. They can't do live shows. They can't promote anything that they're doing. And that was, I remember one of the big problems that Shuley had, maybe not Shuley specifically. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but Shuley was the one dealing with all the whack packers. And then you get High Pitch Eric making $70,000 a month on Cameo.
Yeah. Right.
And Shuley's not allowed to be on Cameo. It's like, what the fuck?
I mean, it's like he hates those people. Shuley came to town. This is before he started podcasting. He was still with Howard. And I remember we called over to the Stands, One Night Stands, I think. Yeah. And it was like, hey, can we get Shuley on? And they were like, oh, yeah, sure. And they knew us, and I didn't really know the club. They were new, but they're still around. They're doing fine. And I figured if Shuley's there, it must be okay. So we get a call back that, yeah, you can have Shuley, but you can't talk about anything related to the Howard Stern show. It's like, but that's what Shuley does.
Yeah. Right. So if you don't trust your staff to present in a good way for your show, like, wouldn't Howard want him on your big podcast talking about the Howard Stern show and all the stuff they're doing over on Sirius?
Of course, it's promotion. It's good. But, I mean, that's what makes you feel like, is he trying to screw these people? Or are they at the point now, a lot of them, where they're like, I don't know what I would do at this point? Because some of them, they are getting to the point age-wise where what are they going to do?
Yeah, he doesn't want them to be successful.
No.
That seems very clear.
Yeah, he wants to keep his perfect record of everyone leaving just absolutely sucking and being unable to do anything else. I will give Howard credit. He did bring great things out of some very untalented people like John.
Yeah. No, I think Artie Lang said this when he started on the show all those years ago, where he goes, that Howard's talent is that I give a crap what Benji Bronk is doing or JD Harmeyer. You know, it's like these people you wouldn't even know about or care about otherwise.
No, I used to enjoy Benji. Where's Benji? Is he ever on the show?
I haven't heard his name in very long, but I don't listen to every episode. I find it very boring, so I don't know.
Well, when I was listening a lot, he was never on the show, it seemed like. And I wondered, why doesn't Benji go do something where he can do something? Or is he just figure...
He was trying to do stand-up for a while, but you're right. He was a main character on that show, especially when he was dating Alyssa Jordana.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
That was a whole thing. But yeah, he was a big part of that show for a long time, and then he just kept sleeping in and not being in the studio on time, so we never saw him again.
No, I liked it when he would come in. He'd be a real contrarian. It's like, yeah, we just want to find out this from Benji, and Benji would always send it way off course because he'd have some ridiculous answer to some. I don't know. I kind of got a kick out of him, and then he was just gone.
They tried to make Mamet's character that. Mamet was the guy when Howard came out with his book, Howard Stern Comes Again. He was like, in Times Square, we'll have a billboard, and every hour Howard will ejaculate down on the people. And like, come on, this is a great idea to market this book. But it's like, obviously, you know, a plant to like have a ridiculous, but that was like what Benji used to do, just ridiculous and really argue the point and be earnest about it.
He had his idea for the Super Bowl commercial I think they were going to run, which was equally bizarre. But no, and then he had they were challenging each other in IQ tests. He was challenging the guy that worked for Bubba, who was the producer, whose wife was a swinger.
Yeah. Brent Hatley,
yeah, and he ended up beating him in the IQ test, which was interesting. But yeah, those shows were fun. It's sad to me, fascinating, but sad that something that had so many ways to go that would have been good, and it's like Howard just takes every wrong turn. This business of these hacky character bits is so shocking to me. I don't know, the knocking on the door and the door. It's so weird. That's like 1980.
Flirty Gary is just the absolute worst. Who would find that entertaining?
And who would ever think Gary would do a good character? I wouldn't.
Right. No, that's not his strong suit at all. He's good at getting mocked. That's what he's there for.
All right. So are we done? We got any more clips?
That's it.
All right, cool. What's going on tomorrow on Who These Podcasts?
Well, I'm excited to say that Opie is back. He did streams yesterday morning and this morning with Ron the Waiter. Of course, Opie's mom passed away last week.
Yeah.
So we'll get to hear about if he ended up attending the funeral or not and what the holidays were like for him. Will be interesting to get to catch up with the Opester.
It was one of the more interesting shows, Ron the Waiter forcing Opie to discuss his mother and their relationship. It was very strange. And I have to say, I don't know how he could be so flip about how Opie could be so flip about the fact that his mother died and no one talked to her for the last 7 years of his life. But because when my mother died, there were a lot of people in my family who really had sort of lost touch with her. It was very sad to me, and I could not discuss. I would probably feel really upset if I discussed it for any length of time, but I could definitely not be flip about it. It made me feel horrible. He didn't seem to give a fuck.
And the funny thing about Opie is you never know how many siblings he has because he gives out different numbers all the time. So he's got 7 or 8 or 9 siblings, and none of them were talking to her anymore. And it's very sad the way that she died, and it was in a hospice. He didn't even know where it was, and it hadn't spoken in 7 years.
Yeah, we haven't had you on in a long time. It's been like 3 weeks, Carl. The other thing was he went to the beach. He drove 3 hours there and 3 hours back to buy Thanksgiving stuff at half the price, allegedly. That was ridiculous. Nobody would do that.
He went by himself to the Hamptons from Manhattan because the groceries were less expensive there. So that was his excuse to drive all the way out there. And yeah, you're right. I mean, the mileage alone doesn't make any sense. And E-Rock was in my chat. He's just like, you can just take the tunnel to New Jersey. Yeah, if you want to save money on groceries, there's other places you can go.
We were also debating about why he doesn't sell one of those 2 properties and become cash rich. Since he's so cash poor, he's parking the car in the street. He has to wait for the street cleaners. He doesn't have any available money to have fun. He hates living in Manhattan. So I was like, well, why doesn't he sell the property, sell the beach house? But then somebody was saying he's got a house in Philadelphia too. Is that true?
Yeah. So he's got 3 properties. I don't know what the situation is in the Philly house. That's where his wife is from. So maybe it's her family home or something. But either way, and Drew, I think I let the cat out of the bag that you and I were discussing this offline. But it's crazy to me that Opie complains about not having money all the time now. It's becoming almost a daily occurrence. You can tell he is just cash poor. and he's sitting on multi-million-dollar properties for no reason.
It's not for appearances. Once you start saying I'm broke, it's not for appearances that you have those properties. Would his wife be making him keep? The wife can't give up the lifestyle? I don't know. That's really odd.
Maybe. Yeah, that's possible. I mean, there's two things at play that I know for a fact. One is that Opie would rather be living at the beach than in New York City. He hates it in New York City.
Yeah.
And two, that his kids still attend a private school in New York City, and that's where all their friends are.
And why would you have your private schools in New York? That probably costs a shit ton. Why would you start your kids in private school if you're cash poor?
Well, he started them in private school when he was on Sirius XM.
Right, but I don't know. It just doesn't make to have no money makes no sense. There's a myriad of ways he could have money, and he chooses none of them. I don't get it.
Not to pat myself on the back, but I remember when Opie started his podcast and he got fired from Sirius XM, and he came back and he was talking to his buddy Carl Ruiz about this very topic about, yeah, man, it's expensive. You don't have a job anymore. It's expensive to live where you live. You should probably move. And Opie said, no, the kids have friends here. I don't want to take the kids away from their friends. And this was 7 years ago. It's like, kids make new friends. A lot of kids move a lot when they're younger and move into new schools. It's not that big a deal. You don't remember elementary school friends that you had.
No, I don't mean to be selfish, but it's insane. If the adults are miserable, I mean, it's not all about the kids. I understand kids are a lot, very important. But
they are, but also I don't know that growing up in Manhattan's the greatest environment for young families either. So,
and if the adults are miserable, then how happy can the kids be anyway? But yeah, I can't get this worried about Opie.
Well, you just need, I was gonna say you just need to ask somebody that's a good father like that guy right there, Stuttering John. That guy's got it all figured out.
All right, Carl, we'll check it out tomorrow.
All right, I appreciate it, guys. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
See you, brother.
See you
later.